What's going on, everybody? Hope you all are having a fantastic day today. Now today I'm going to be showing you guys some insane gameplay. I mean, we got over 100 kills using the MP7 on shipment with only gun kills. No streaks in this one. We're using the specialist ability, and I actually almost dropped the nuke a couple of times in this gameplay. I choked it multiple times. It drove me insane, but regardless, I mean, I still absolutely popped off. So I think you guys are going to really enjoy what you watch today. And ever since the Black Ops Cold War beta ended, obviously I had to make a return to Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Even though I don't really enjoy this game too much, I just like playing the most recent Call of Duty game. I will return to World at War, Call of Duty 4, Black Ops 1. I'll go back and play the old school games every once in a while, but you know, they're old school games for a reason. They're fun, but they're kind of outdated. Modern Warfare is a brand new game on a new engine with better graphics and better gameplay, with better servers as well. Everything is just more updated than it is in the past. But obviously, that's not enough to change my opinion on Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Clearly, I still think it's not that great of a video game, and it's wasted potential. Because one thing that I've always said from the beginning of this video game till this day, and I'll always keep my word for this, is that Modern Warfare has three things that are outstanding for it: graphics, gunplay, movement. Those three things are just always superb. The graphics / animations are gorgeous in this video game, even though they're a little on the gloomy side. I just wish they had better maps and better designs that could really, you know, make the graphics pop a little bit more. But when it comes to the nitty-gritty vibes of this video game, it does give me off vibes like World at War, Black Ops 1, which weren't too flashy and too colorful, but more on the, you know, hardcore war side, which I personally enjoy a little bit more than, you know, the Black Ops 3 or maybe Black Ops 4 type visuals where it's really flashy and colorful and stuff like that. Not saying they're bad, I'm just saying I prefer the more gritty side of visuals when it comes to Call of Duty games. The gunplay obviously is so clean, the hit detection is very good. I just wish the time to kill was a little bit longer compared to, you know, past titles and stuff like that. Modern Warfare, you die in literally a blink of an eye, so gunfights are a little randomized. And then, of course, the best part about this video game is the movement. The movement in this game has really made Modern Warfare stand out compared to any other Call of Duty title. And to be completely honest with you, that's what initially brings me back to this video game every single time I try out a game from the past. When I go back and play World at War or Call of Duty 4, like I said before, I always make a return to Modern Warfare because of the movement. I know a lot of people don't really enjoy it too much. It might just be a console thing, but on PC, oh my lord, it's so smooth. If you could just crank the FOV all the way up, you learn slide canceling, and you just know how to play on a little bit faster of a sensitivity, this game is just, it's the smoothest Call of Duty game I've ever played, literally. And it's really disappointing to me because in Black Ops Cold War, when I played the beta, it felt like a massive downgrade when it came to smoothness. The gameplay was just clunky. And even though the game was still fast-paced, more fast-paced than Modern Warfare, solely due to the map design, because you guys know my opinion about the movement and the, you know, the pacing of Modern Warfare. I personally think with how the movement system is in this game, it could have been one of the most fast-paced Call of Duty games ever made, but because the time to kill is so fast and the map designs are made so poorly, nobody is optimizing the movement to its maximum ability. Everybody's just camping, holding angles, and not playing the game how it should be played, which is really depressing because, like I said, Modern Warfare's movement is the best in the whole series. I'm so sad that nobody's taken advantage of it at the development studio, but that's besides the point. Black Ops Cold War is clunky, okay? And that is a very bad thing when it comes to this game, and it might alter my opinion maybe in the near future. Regardless if I enjoy the video game or if I enjoy the style of the game, the pacing of the game, the map design, the weapon variety, there's tons of positive factors about Black Ops Cold War that I've discussed in past videos. But the one thing that just I can't get over is the movement and the animations of this game. It's a major downgrade, and I wouldn't be so angry about these two factors when it came to Cold War if it wasn't for Black Ops 4 being even higher quality than Black Ops Cold War. It doesn't make any logical sense that their previous title is faster and smoother than their current title. I mean, for Modern Warfare, I'm impressed. From Infinite Warfare to Modern Warfare, they easily combined the smoothness of both titles. I mean, you guys already know my opinion about this as well. If you're new to the channel, maybe you don't, but I'll let you know now. Infinite Warfare is my favorite jetpack Call of Duty game out of the three. I think it's the smoothest and the most optimized jetpack experience that you could possibly get of the Call of Duty franchise. And they took that smoothness and directly injected that into Modern Warfare onto a boots on the ground video game. So both those games are outstanding, but Black Ops 4 to Cold War, it doesn't make any sense to me. You know, Black Ops 4 had pretty decent animations, even though they weren't outstanding, they're still good. Sliding was good, running was good, even though jump shotting was extremely popular in that game as well. It might have been annoying from time to time, but it was still smooth and good. Black Ops Cold War is a downgrade, and they keep nerfing slide canceling, and they keep nerfing the movement to make it less and less smooth and more about just strictly running, which, yes, I understand a lot of people do enjoy. I don't know if it's just the sweat side of me, or I'm just a very competitive player. I don't know. I've been playing Call of Duty for a long time, so I remember the OG days where slide canceling wasn't a thing, and it was just strictly jump shotting and drop shotting. And I understand where some OG players are coming from, but I'm going to be honest with you guys, I've adapted to the slide canceling meta, and it feels amazing once you learn it. It allows you to run faster, move faster, and once again, it adds a skill gap between the players who can't learn it and the people who can learn it. Just like how back in the day where there was a skill gap with jump shotting. The people who could jump shot were able to outgun the people who couldn't jump shot. Same thing with drop shotting. The people who learned how to drop shot could do better than people who can't drop shot. It's always a skill gap, and slide canceling was one of them, but they keep nerfing it, and it doesn't help that on top of no slide canceling, the movement just in general is super clunky. It doesn't make any sense, and it really does push the agenda, which I also made a video about this in the past, that Sledgehammer Games was initially the main developers who were designing this game. Now, I've already said this too, it's not confirmed that Sledgehammer has made this video game. But off the top of my head, it just makes so much sense with how this game is formatted, because it plays like Call of Duty World War II. People have called me crazy, but I'm honestly gonna stick to this word, I think, for the majority of this full game, unless they go ahead and buff slide canceling or maybe change the movement of the game. But it's clunky and just not smooth like World War II was. That's why I initially hated it. The only thing that made me enjoy World War II is when they added unlimited sprint into the game. But even with unlimited sprint, it's still a clunky video game. It just made it more tolerable. And to be honest with you guys, that's how I made it through the Black Ops Cold War beta, by not thinking that it's a Treyarch game, but by thinking it's a Sledgehammer game. That's the only way I made it through without completely raging. And I feel like me, myself, and the whole community would be able to take this game a lot better if Activision would just be honest with us and tell us what happened with Sledgehammer, because the rumors are that Sledgehammer got booted off of this game to go work on a free-to-play title. But I'm assuming Activision is trying to keep that private, so they're not going to tell us what happened with Sledgehammer Games, and they're just going to, pull one over on us by saying that Treyarch did it. But I feel like everybody would be so much more accepting if Sledgehammer's name was on this title, because then we would know why it plays like this. We would know why it's clunky, why it doesn't feel completely like COD, why it has its own unique twist on it, and why it doesn't feel like a Treyarch video game. But because Treyarch's name is on this video game, that's what everybody's thinking it is now. Everybody thinks that Treyarch made this video game, and that they're the ones who started from the ground up, when in reality, more than likely, Sledgehammer started the base of this video game, and Treyarch Games came in a little bit later to add their own fundamentals into the title. But they didn't start up from the ground all the way up to where it is now, which is why it has its own unique feel to this title. It would just make things so much better if we knew Sledgehammer Games made it. It really would. Because now everybody just thinks Treyarch doesn't know how to make a game anymore, which is kind of depressing, because I'm going to be honest with you, even Cold War feels clunkier than Black Ops 1, than World at War, Black Ops 2, all the old school titles that didn't have slide canceling and stuff like that. It still feels clunkier than all of those titles. It doesn't make any logical sense for Treyarch Games to take such a major step back. The only logical thing here is that it's a different development studio who's making this game, hence the reason why it doesn't feel like either Infinity Ward game or a Treyarch video game. It's just all bad press for Treyarch, and I feel so bad for the studio right now, because I feel like they're going to get a lot of criticism from their core fans. Not me. Like I said, I still enjoy the game. The movement will be a massive thing that will annoy me from time to time, but it's not going to be the deciding factor if I think the game is bad or not. But for a lot of the core Treyarch fans, the people who really love every Treyarch video game, they're going to get a lot of criticism from those fans. There are going to be people who know what a Treyarch game feels like. They've been playing Treyarch games forever, between World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, the whole series. And they're going to be frustrated that they didn't make a game similar to those styles. And I completely understand if Treyarch is trying to, step outside the box and make something different and unique. But this is not the way. You don't make a game that's more clunkier than your past titles and consider that unique. You step it up. Just like Black Ops 4, they try to step it up. They're making it smoother and smoother. They're trying to copy the jetpack phase, and they try to make a really fast-paced boots-on-the-ground game. And even though people have mixed opinions, like me myself, the map designs were a little small and the specialist abilities were cheesy, they still put in effort to try to make something new for the Call of Duty franchise. This is just Black Ops Cold War, I don't know what to say for it. It's not smooth. And that's bad. It's clunky. And clunky games, especially arcade shooter games, are not really that fun. And that's usually what Sledgehammer games go for. They go for the more clunky side. Even with Advanced Warfare for a jetpack Call of Duty game, it was extremely clunky. I mean, if we're going to be honest here, the jetpacks in that game weren't smooth at all. The only positive things were the gunfights, I guess I should say. But the jetpack gameplay, not good in Advanced Warfare. Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare did it 10 times better. And same thing with World War II, a completely clunky video game compared to games like Black Ops 4 or Modern Warfare. It seems like a complete Sledgehammer video game. So I think for this full year, to keep myself sane and to keep myself positive with Black Ops Cold War, I'm going to consider this game a Sledgehammer game. I'm not even going to consider it a Treyarch game. And I'm going to cut Treyarch some slack here because there's no possible way they could have made something as, clunky as Black Ops Cold War. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. By all means, if you hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new and enjoy content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. Also, if you want to chat with me, there's two ways to do so. I have a Twitter and a Discord. Both those links are down in the description. And also, if you want to catch me live streams of video games, I do that over on Twitch. Link to that is in the description as well. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.